Welcome, everybody. Glad to have everybody with us on the show today. We're going to have a good time. Doc is here. And, Doc, things are just getting crazier and crazier all the time.
You can't keep up with it.
I know we look at things as Americans, and we have kind of a tunnel vision here, but it just isn't about us, though.
No. But you really need to start in Jerusalem and look out the other direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we have just, by the time this airs, that's why sometimes you hate to talk about current events, because our government has held up arms shipments to Israel. And that's because our government is mad and does not like what's happening over there.
You can just see how just like Bible prophecy that we deal with, you can see how that Israel more and more and more is all alone in the world.
Yeah. And you can study history. In fact, there's a guy that wrote a book called As America Has Done Unto Israel. In fact, the George Bush home up in Maine, that freak storm that hit and destroyed that place was a result of him throwing people out of the West Bank.
Yeah.
And
well, I watched Bill Cohen, matter of fact, before we came over here to the office, and he was talking about just the month of April, almost 300 and maybe 70 or some tornadoes has hit since we've been doing what we've been doing against Israel.
Yep, that's what I was just going to say, the weather. I mean, on the way over here, I was thinking, man, there's a lot of new lakes here today. Right off the road. I mean, it's just water everywhere.
Big storms.
Yeah, and we've had a lot of rain at my place, and
we missed the storm part of it here, but tornado was about 30 miles south of us. It went through one of those 380 or whatever it was.
Yeah. All right. Well, folks, today in the TV show which is also on YouTube, we're going to be discussing my newest book that is coming very soon. In fact, you can pre-order it now. It's on the website. And what we're asking is for you to buy two. In fact, that's the way the pre-order is going to be set up, I think, where you'll buy two books and free shipping, one for you and one to give to somebody that you think that book will be a help to. Doc, I really believe, and I'm not just saying this, I really believe that this is my most important book.
Yeah. From what you've shared with me, I agree. Yeah.
Because all my books are in there somewhere. At least the main parts of all my books are going to show up in this book.
But that's not all that's in it. I mean, there's a whole lot more to go with it. Yeah. But your layout is what you've shared with me is, I think, very critical at the time we're at.
The introduction's worth the whole book. There's pictures in it.
Yeah, I've been saying it, and you've been writing it down, so it's going to be good. Amen.
I got a few new things just while we were talking. I mean,
that's the way it works. Yeah.
And so the book is called The Prophecy Puzzle. I've been talking about this for months. I haven't given a lot of details, and I've been careful about giving the title. You know, someone can snitch your title.
Oh, yeah.
And so you want that to be registered ahead of time. So The Prophecy Puzzle, the subtitle under that is, and she'll put that up for you, I'm sure. She'll put it up eventually. The Prophecy Puzzle, the subtitle is Putting the Pieces Together. Now, I have a bag here of a 500-piece puzzle, and there's the pieces. And I'm going to help you understand how to put those pieces together in the book. These are the puzzle pieces of prophecy. And I'm going to help you understand how to put those together and come up with the puzzle, the completed deal here. Let me have this one over here and see if that's any better. We can't get that one over there. There we go. See, here's a puzzle. In fact, my wife and her mother put this together. We used it in some of the pictures that are in the book. Here's the pieces that go inside that box. And that's what prophecy is. This is prophecy right here, illustrated. And how do we get it all together? That's what the book's about, the prophecy puzzle. We're going to help folks put the puzzle together
I think you will.
and figure out this thing. There's so much false doctrine being taught.
Boy, it is everywhere. And not only that, but then you got folks in prophecy that are not even dealing with biblical prophecy now.
Yeah.
And so I think it can be very, very helpful.
We're dealing with prophecy ministries, and I could name one right now that I'm thinking of that I've been on many times. They have really gone downhill fast.
And it's all in the search of sensationalism.
Yeah, well, it's all social media now. It's we're on TV. I know, but TV is dwindling.
Yes.
The TV audience. Now, I think ours has gone up. We've gotten tremendous response. I think our audience has grown just in the last 6 months.
TV as a medium,
right? As a whole, TV
is going down because everything's becoming personal devices.
Everybody's watching it right here on their
personal device.
Yeah.
Now we have a lot of our folks that watch television that don't have internet.
Yeah.
Because I take orders quite often and it's all manual because they tell you I don't have internet. I just saw it on TV.
And so people are gravitating to social media, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, places like that.
They're looking for instant. Everything's
You've got
instant.
to have a hook.
Yeah.
You've got to have a way to, folks, you won't believe what just happened. Stay tuned, that kind of thing. And you got to have something that catches people and brings them in.
To illustrate that, my wife and I watch a lot of YouTube clips in the evenings, and one of them the other day, I know it's an artificial, intelligent, generated program. And it's all about is you can't believe the miracle that has just happened in Jerusalem. And it was as real as you would want it to be real. And another one was up, did you realize that today Jesus and one of his angels walked the streets of Jerusalem? Prophecy is falling in place. I thought, what stupidity.
Clickbait, that's what they call it.
Yeah.
Clickbait, something to make you want to click the link and go look.
Yeah.
And every click
Well, I can tell you,
is
folks,
dollars.
this is not AI generated because AI couldn't keep up with us.
Well, we'd make if we were AI, we'd make ourselves look better than this.
Amen.
I'd get me a better face or something.
And we'd use a different Bible on down the road. But anyway.
So.
But no, I think this is one of the pieces of the puzzle is technology.
Yeah.
And I'm confident somewhere in that book it's going to be covered.
Yeah. So in the book, my introduction is explaining a puzzle. In fact, we got pictures, and we'll show some pictures on here for you as we go along, and that you can see. And some of them will actually be in the book, and they'll be explained in the book. And but right back to the beginning, in the introduction to the book, I explain a puzzle and how you put a puzzle together. I mean, I'm sure everybody watching us sometime in their life has put a puzzle together.
You find the very center piece of the puzzle and start around that.
I think that's what some people are doing.
That's exactly. They're taking an event and building prophecy around an event.
And and what they're trying to do is they're cutting the pieces to make them fit.
Well, there's an awful lot of that being done today. Yes.
Yeah, and I get those calls. I have people call me. I have people I talk to, and they say, "Brother, you won't believe what I just saw. You need to watch this. I think this guy's on to something."
Oh yeah.
And I'll watch the first 10 minutes. I'll say,
and you say, "What?
This does not fit anything."
Listen.
Yep. And sometimes they get mad at me.
Yeah.
Well, Brother Good, you don't know everything. I know I don't know everything, but I do have a lot of pieces of the puzzle.
No, but this has everything.
Yeah. And I've been doing this a long time, as you have, and I really believe we have a lot of the puzzle pieces.
Sure.
And the more pieces, and this is in the book, the more pieces of the puzzle you have, the more it all comes into focus.
And the easier it is to find the other pieces to go into.
And you'll know right away if something doesn't go there.
Right.
Someone says, "Well, I think this happened." For instance, I remember talking one time to somebody. And they brought up the verse in Revelation, except the Lord shorten the day. In fact, it might be in Matthew. Except the Lord shorten the days, there shall no flesh be saved. And I remember discussing this is way back, this is years ago. And he said, maybe the Lord's going to shorten the length of the tribulation, the days. I said, that's not possible.
He's
That is
going to
not
shorten the
possible.
length of a day,
Yes.
but not the number of days.
Because he's already prophesied, it's in black and white
That's
in
right.
that book,
Yes.
how long the tribulation is. Now, if he shortens that, then Scripture becomes not true.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah.
that's what we're talking about. Getting the pieces of the puzzle, putting them together properly. And I also mentioned in the book, you can't force anything.
Yeah. Well, it's when I remember my dad putting those 5,000 and 10,000 piece puzzles together. I mean, he'd sometimes take a half year to get a huge thing. But anyway, man, this piece and that piece looks almost just alike, and they might even fit, but then they don't have the right color.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot more to it than it seems.
And we have a picture of a puzzle with a hammer, trying to hammer a piece in because it doesn't fit. Isn't that what a lot of people are doing today?
Oh yeah. Or they've got a group putting together, like they're putting new Bibles together. They'll cut a piece out over here and cut a piece out, and they try to force these pieces together so they can come up with a new Bible or a new picture.
See, there's a guy, and I know him. He's a gentleman. He's a nice guy, and he claims that because there's so much that has to happen, according to him, he thinks that after the rapture, the tribulation doesn't begin till the fifth seal.
Yeah, there's a large movement of that out there now.
And see, when you got the piece of the puzzle and you understand the seven seal book, and that's in the book as well, that's impossible.
But before time runs out, you gotta say a little bit something about the reason why we get off is because they don't put the corners to start with.
Yeah, to start your puzzle, you got your four corners. Every puzzle. What did I do with that? Here it is. Every puzzle has four corners. There's the four corners of prophecy, I call it. That's the first section in the book. Those are the most important part of your puzzle, the four corners. You got to find them right away, and you got to understand them and put them where they go. And now one of those four corners that I use in the book is the King James Bible.
Yeah.
If you don't have the King James Bible, your puzzle will never come out right because you don't have the right roadmap. Doc, if you don't have the right cover with the right picture on it, how are you going to put it together?
Yep.
Because you sit there and you look at the box cover and you put the puzzle together. If you don't have the right box cover, you're going to have troubles.
Yep.
So the four corners, and then you've got the sides and the top, the edges. That's the next most important thing. But the four corners holds it all together.
Yep.
Without being right on the four corners, the rest of it won't come out right. And then, of course, you got your buildings and your trees. Those are the easier parts of prophecy that you put together. And then the sky, that's the hard part, the clouds in the sky. All right, so we're out of time. That was just a little brief. Go to the website, prophecyspotlight.com. You'll see the book there. Order that, pre-order it, and we'll get them out to you just as soon as they come off the truck. And all right, we appreciate everybody. Appreciate you watching. We want to hear from you. If you're listening to us via bbsradio.com, if you're watching us there, we need you to send us an email, give us a phone call. We need to know that there's somebody out there watching us on BBS Radio. We've been on there about 6 weeks now or longer. We need to hear from you. We want to know if we got an audience there. So do that. All right. Well, appreciate everybody watching. Get the book and watch the TV show that we're doing. The next YouTube video, you'll get a lot more information on this. Until then, keep your eyes on them skies.